You idiot.
I agree.
It's never that. Why? Oh, hello.
Is that better? Won't make any sense.
No, it sounds like you've moved to a toilet.
Is that better?
Quiet.
It's quiet. How the fuck? Oh fuck! Is it better now?
Tiny bit.
Motherfuckers! It's that fucking. No, it's not. Yeah, it's the mic thing. Right. Hold on. Fucking shit. It's the speaker thing again. It's dropped the fucking thing down. Is that it?
Say some more.
Hello? Is that working properly? Is that working properly? Is that working properly?
Bit quiet.
I can hear myself in my headphones.
What? I don't know why you mess with this stuff.
I know, I fucking shouldn't have fucking done it. But I did.
That's the monetization gone.
With a fucking. Fucking! Fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't even know, but I didn't do shit.
You did? You said, I'm going to try this. And then you wanked it.
I wanked it. Oh, fuck.
Put it back in the other USB port.
Put it back in the other. Is that not better? Is it better?
It's alright, I don't know. Let chat decide.
Input level. Wait. Fuck off. Why the fuck am I can't I drag it? Go over there. Hello.
There you go.
I'm back.
Yep.
Okay, fuck my dick. Got it.
Good. Well, that
Did
was
I hear
all.
all that?
Yeah.
You fucking dickhead. When you said that's the monetization gone, I didn't know what you were talking about. It's like, what? See, but it's fixed the headphones now. I can hear perfectly.
Well, that's perfect then.
Fucking fine.
We should start like Gogglebox. You don't watch it, do you?
No, mate. Just shit. That's fine.
It starts with Craig Cash. He goes, in a week where we were back in the pubs. So he took over from Thingy, didn't he?
Did he?
You should watch Gogglebox, man.
Why would I watch Gogglebox?
You don't have to watch any TV all week. You just watch that and you get a general gist.
Ben, that's what Harry Hill used to do for me. I never knew what the fuck he was on about either. But I watched it because I quite like Harry Hill.
Okay, let's roll intro and just forget about this.
Forget it. As long as it works, it's fine. I was going to plug in a microphone.
The reason changing USB can affect it is because it's powered through there.
Yeah, but I didn't listen to you. I didn't switch it back. I was just listening to the fucking thing in the background. Hey!
Hiya! You wouldn't believe what we've been through. Oh, you would because you listened to it all. Yes, welcome to the new Ohm Show, chapter 58, roughly speaking. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. We were on the old Facebook. We had a cheeky Facebook Live last week. Sorry to the people only just finding out about that. But we couldn't do it on YouTube for reasons last week. So we did a little Facebook thing. It was a bit random. It was proper random on it.
Yes, very much so.
But it was that, but we're back now. And it's just the two of us. But that's how we wanted it. How we wanted it. It's not because we've got no friends.
Not.
Yes, it's not that. It's not that we can't get anyone to touch us with a barge pole. It's not that that people don't like us. It's just we just want to do us two tonight. That's what it is. And because there's so much news, there's so much news as well. Even I've brought some news to the party this evening. So there's a lot of news. There's some pretty interesting news stuff. I've been way pickier this time, so there's some interesting news stuff as well. We really need to talk about my news because it's a bit astonishing in a way, although it has happened before. So we've got that. We've got the new stuff. We'll catch up. We'll respond to you guys in chat as well. Cheech is in there. John Cullen is in there. Drummond is in there. Tony P. Johan. Little Nicky's in there. Mark.
Chupile.
Dave.
Mark Hawes
Andy.
down the road.
Horsey.
Down the road.
Yes. So, yeah, everyone's in. Everyone's in. We will crack on. I don't know, actually, if everyone's in, because I know Craig couldn't make it tonight. Craig Nichols.
No, Craig Nichols. He'll be watching this later. He said, just give him a check.
Did anyone else cry off?
Yeah, has anybody got any absences that have been asked to report to the annual general
Mark Todd
meeting?
was going to bring a friend. I don't believe that. For 1 second. Simon's coming. Simon Townsend's coming down.
Oh, he is? Oh,
Kevin
good.
Watts is coming.
Follows me on TikTok, he does.
Who, Watty, or Town Dog?
Town Dog.
Nice. So now we're just saying it because Steve's in chat as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we can start now. We can start now.
Oh, I've got the game turned right up.
Don't mess with it again.
You can hear me still, can't you?
Yeah, but stop messing with it.
Yeah, all right. That seems a fair point, doesn't it?
So that's an actual thing. Let's find out how your week's been, John. Very briefly, but really, what we want to know: what are you drinking? What are you vaping?
It's like hanging out with a really passive-aggressive parent. No, of course I want to know. This time, yeah.
It's bad. It's bad when you kids start seeing through that.
Passive-aggressive fuck. Week's been fine. It's fucking cold. Wasn't expecting the cold.
Boiling here.
I don't believe you, though.
12 degrees.
Is it really?
What?
It might be here. It was 8 yesterday.
No, yeah, it's been really hot, really sunny. Well, hot. It's relative, isn't it? But it's been t-shirt weather.
Bollocks. I got heating on, so it's t-shirt weather.
But outside,
No.
outside, it's been t-shirt weather.
I tell you how the week's been. We've started geocaching. I don't know if you know what that is.
No idea.
Do you not know what geocaching is? You join the geocaching group or like app, and then you the map. It's like a treasure hunt. It gives you locations, and you walk there. This is the only way to get me out of the house because I'm not walking for no point. There's no pub at the end. Who cares? So instead, you have to you get the location. You go to the location, then you try and find the geocache, which can be like a box or something like that, with a piece of paper in it.
This doesn't sound like something you would agree to do ever.
Oh, I did. I thought of it. I thought of doing it.
What?
It was my idea. We walked.
Why don't you just get that
10,000
Pokemon
steps.
game?
Fuck that. That's what somebody else said. I'm not doing that. Ever.
Same thing.
No, it's not. These are like.
Fucking is.
Look in the chat. As in, it's like a treasure hunt using Google Maps. Says Stuart Drummond. It's Some of them are
Is
quite
there
difficult
anything
to find.
Stuart Drummond doesn't already know about?
Oh man, he's shit hot. He's like top of the text.
He'd be really good on a low budget quiz show.
Had you never ever heard of geocaching?
Well, I tell you what, we've done something similar with the kids, like virtual Easter egg hunts at like parks and stuff, where they've gone out of their way to set points, and you get their app, and we did like a dinosaur.
Is there
thing.
an Easter egg there?
When you get to the right point, your phone says, and then you have to hold it up, and then the camera bursts to life, and there's suddenly an egg on your phone.
Yeah, but it's not an actual egg. This is stuff actually there.
There is stuff actually there.
Yeah.
Well, which staff couldn't put it there?
The people who are like into geocaching and like want to do.
So this is a technological version of children painting those pebbles and save the NHS.
I hate that.
Or hashtag love for the NHS, and they put the pebble in a crack in the wall. This is a virtual adult version of that, is it?
I don't know if it's that adult, but we
It's definitely not that adult.
We are at the moment.
What treasure have you found then?
No, there's no. Sometimes people put trinkets in there.
What have you found?
Normally, it's just a logbook, but
What, a logbook for like a Vauxhall Nova estate?
you put your names in the book and then the date.
Oh, it's starting to sound more adult now.
and then they know you found it, and then you put the box back where you found it. Then you carry on.
Did you put your real name?
We got called. We were the House Martins.
You're in a club.
Who's in the club? Andy Fairchild's coming out. He goes geocaching. Totally different thing, Andy.
But this is a club. You're in a club.
No, it's an app.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
but how many people are involved
here?
here?
Do you use Gmail? You're in a Gmail club then.
John, this is an insanely local thing.
No, it's all around the country.
I'm not walking from my house to find your treasure.
No, I know, but you can find your treasure. It's all around you as well. It's everywhere.
You can't find your own treasure. No,
that would be cheap. Yeah, don't find your own treasure. But you could, if you put geocaching on your phone.
I can't believe you're into this.
And that's been twice. We found.
I'm happy that you are into it, and I think it's a perfectly acceptable thing to do.
We did. We found.
I'm just surprised to hear this from you.
There is nothing to do. Well,
we were just saying before we don't have hobbies.
Our local park. Oh, I'll be bored shitless of it in a day. Our local pub isn't opening until.
Have you hidden some treasure now?
No. I'm not doing that.
What?
You have to make your own cache. I'm not doing that.
I think you should.
Geocaching is worldwide, says Stuart Drummond. Why do people keep admitting stuff? Richard Jack is putting cock rings in stuff. Why? Didn't do that.
You should put your own treasure.
Russell Blair's putting pornos.
Put your treasure in a really dangerous place.
Then kill them. Well, we did find out there's a weir. We found a river we didn't know about. It's quite interesting. You find a lot out about the local area. It's quite good. It's been around for 10 years.
Tony's telling me to get with it.
Get with it, mate. Come on.
Get with it.
Geocache.
The technology involved is relatively simple.
Yeah, very simple.
So I'm not surprised of its existence.
No,
and I'm aware of GPS in general.
Sometimes.
Actually doing it in this little clandestine gang.
Sometimes, though, there's a clever trick. We haven't found one like
Pack of 20 Bensons have been mint. and on a pack it said just take one.
And a pack of Swan Vesta. So you didn't have to take the whole matchbox. You could just off a tree and light it. Put geocaching just off a cliff, says Richard Jackson.
Or in the sea.
The chaff. We don't live at the sea. We're not going to a trip down there to do it.
Fair enough.
You've got to do it. Little Nicky, go geocaching. It'd be like, but the problem is, a bit like golf. If there's anyone else there, it's shit. Well, golf is shit anyway. But if you catch up on someone or they catch up on you, it's just terrible.
I can't imagine how cringe that would be.
What's that? catching up with
someone else at this treasure point at the same time.
That would suck. Well, that happened. We went geocaching while the Sunday roast was on last week. Danny Zoo goes on. I literally can't do anything. I get my hair cut next Wednesday, so this
pinch
is
the
last
logbook
show.
And just curl out a turd.
Why are you so fucking mean? It's a good idea.
I think it seems lovely.
I'm gonna put I'm gonna try and find some Mad Dog 2020 miniatures and put one in every cache now. Just that'll take the edge off, won't it? If you got all the excitement of finding
what if a kid does it?
What if a kid buys a pack of 20 pence, you twat?
Okay, fine. So that's a great week.
A little baggie of white powder, a fag, and a mini Mad Dog 2020. Yeah, that's what I did for the week. Gareth Lynn, bet John doesn't find many. He thinks King's Lynn's in the middle of the country. See, he's still doing a joke. That's a really
it's
old
a callback, isn't it?
We never thought it was in the middle of the country. Not really. It was a joke.
It's fairly central in England. I still think it is fairly central in England.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I drew that line, Portsmouth to King's Lynn, and then Newcastle to King's Lynn. It was fairly similar distance.
It was, just if you didn't use roads. If you're in a helicopter, it was quite similar.
Yeah, but you can't use roads. How would we do that math?
Oh, simply, I used a different website, and Northampton was the winner.
It was the only pub that would accept
It was true. That is the other problem.
us maniacs.
Richard Jack says, well, this is a clever joke. He's gone with a famous 5 joke. He said, do you take ginger beer and plums with you? That's quite good. No, they stayed at home. Ginger beer, plums.
Anyway, what are you vaping? What are you drinking?
Oh, well, we're vaping. I've had to kind of fuck about with the vaping stuff. You know the cool little pod thing? I dropped it in the sink earlier and it broke. There was no water in there.
Mm.
It just hit the bottom of the sink and has never worked again. What was that? The Innokin.
Oh, M18.
Don't work anymore.
Well,
Well, the body works, but the pod doesn't. You know, it doesn't.
have you got another pod?
No, and I think you just need to change the head, do you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Have you tried reseating the coil?
Yeah, tried that, didn't we?
Balls. Maybe the actual coil came apart inside the coil head.
That's the only thing it can have been. There's loads of people. Richard Sharp's going geo glory holing. They've obviously got loads of different ones. This was just boxes, but they're doing geocaching, geocottaging, and what was the other one? Geo porn hiding. Richard
How do you
Sharp's
know when to go?
glory holes. What?
How do you know when to go?
I haven't got those apps. I've just got geocache. Different thing. Totally different.
Yeah, but when do you know when to go with what your thing?
What, the one we do?
Yeah.
It's on all the time. You go now if you want. It should be dark.
No, don't go now.
Geo glory hole is more difficult. You've got to really time that right. I asked Richard. Richard, Richard Sharp, how do you find when there's going to be a receiver or a giver? How do you know?
Where to? Come on. Keep it. So what you actually vape? You told us what you're not vaping.
Sorry. So
Like getting
actually
blood out of the stone here.
An MVP5 with a Dwar on top 16, and inside is current crack, and I've just swapped back to the tech mod with the on top with Mabacco in it. I've only just put it back in. It's fine.
Not bad. Not bad.
I really like the Mabacco. Have you tried turning what off and back on again? What have I done now? Oh, the mod. Yeah, I tried to turn it off and on again. Yeah, I did do that, didn't I?
Does it give you any lights when you drop the pod in?
Sorry?
Does it give you any lights when you drop the pod in?
No, but I took the pod out completely, covered all the air, and pretended the pod was in it to see if the air switch was working, and that's still working because it gave me a no pod attached.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. How's your week been, Richard?
What are you drinking?
Oh shit! At the moment, I'm drinking Innis and Guns. It's made by Nicola Sturgeon. It's based
Sounds good.
on one of her perfumes when she was a teenage girl. It's fine. And the other thing I've got is can on the floor is Off Menu by Camden.
I've had that.
I quite like it. The Camden a lot of times too fizzy, but this, and they pull the punch a lot of the time. I don't like their IPAs. 3.9 or 4.1, whereas the Off Menu is 5.8, and it's fruity but not stupid. Fruity but not stupid.
Well, I'm drinking a cheeky. Oh, where are you going?
What the fuck out in there?
You turned my camera off.
How the fuck did I do that? I didn't do anything.
There's probably a hotkey.
Probably.
Right, I've got a little craft ale as well. It's a bitter.
Right. Fucking John Smith. It's like, no, Boddington.
Boddington's. A nice little drop. Manchester based.
Who was it used to advertise that? A former 90s babe.
Melanie Sykes.
That's the fella.
Yeah, because she was a Manchester lass, wasn't she?
What happened to her? She got too old. They put her down like Old Yeller.
Well, when Des O'Connor pegged it, there's nothing
I forgot
left
he was
for her.
dead. I forgot he was dead. Just hit me all over again.
Yeah, so my dad brought him round because because they weren't getting drunk at his house because he's got Tetley Smooth.
So why do you need that?
Exactly. What are you going to do with Boddingtons when you've got a massive pack of Tetley Smooth?
How many Boddingtons did he bring round?
About 9.
Does that count as hate mail if he's your dad, though? No.
I was very grateful. Free beer.
My mum gives me free beer. She's a teetotal. It's not any good. It's always shit.
I don't know. I'm not fussy. So that's what I'm drinking. Vaping on loads of stuff. Check this out. The Abyss. Currently with the Vupu bridge.
Right.
For those coils that everyone likes. I've got the K-Fun mix combo that I said would become a very regular part of the show. Slight twist. Crack current in here.
I could really test in the PMA crackability. It's quite good. What colour's that liquid? Hold it up. Why the fuck is it gone that colour?
I mixed it with a little bit of whatever was left.
Oh, thank fuck. Honestly, I thought your building skills
There's a tiny bit of little cracker left.
Because it's so I mean, this is that. The coil in there is like 3 weeks old and it's totally clear. I was like, what have you done?
No, it is completely clear. Anyway, so that's that. Very nice. First time trying that. Very lovely. Also vaping on this Bosch.
Oh, it's the
mod maker mod.
It's the mod maker mod.
It's the Beta V2.
It looks like it's getting smaller. I like it.
It's getting bigger.
Is it?
Yeah, this is the Beta V1. It's about 3 millimeters wider.
I don't know. Don't look at it.
Rick asked me if that would be all right.
Right.
He said, "Do you reckon if I make the V2 3 millimeters wider, it'll be a problem?" I said, "Who's going to give a fucking shit?" It actually feels better in hand.
It looks like a decent size.
It's still tiny. But he needed the extra width to put in the divider, so you've got the properly separated squonk bottle, which helps with the battery integrity and the squonk bottle integrity and the door integrity. And then it's got so you get the matchy. If you get a door, you get a matchy button. I think it's great in white.
Two people in chat called Cheech with the same plug-in thing.
Yeah. Fair enough. I think there's a lot of Cheeches. I think he's renowned for being multiple entities.
Okay, right. Really confusing watching the
chat. Each to their own.
Cheech talking to themselves.
It's good for our numbers.
Yeah, it's fine. Double cheeching.
So I just think the white one especially is really nice, and excuse to dig out the goon. Still a brilliant RDA. Still a properly brilliant RDA. So loving that. In there is cannoli. Also cannoli in the Gaia, and a little bit of Just Jam on the Dead Rabbit.
Nice.
As well. So lots of vapes.
I like it. I now have sussed out what the fuck was going on with everything. Nannycam opened in the background for an update. And it was sending everything fucking mental.
We seem fine now. It's actually my mic that's popping now for some reason.
It's popping in my ear. It was doing my head in. I hope you've got it. Honestly, it was like being in bath. Your head under the water, like that top. You need to have both in. Keeps your ears warm.
So that's that. What's in the news, John?
What's in the news? Stuff is in the news. That's really weird. It's too loud. Right. What are we doing? The cheech. I was going to do this, and the cheechness cheeched me. It was very confused. And then we had a long conversation earlier. Right, this is quite interesting. Fuck me, it's popping again. We, as vapors, I'm sure we remember the infamous Harvard lung cell experiments, which were the bane of vapors' lives about 2 years ago. They just kept putting it back out and back out again, which is when they tested e-liquid on cells that had been removed from the throat, swabbed from the throat and lung tissue, and they were testing e-liquids on it and saying, "Oh, it's real dangerous."
Which article is this, John?
Oh, this is the top one. This is Eureka, or Eureka Alert. Eureka Alert. There you go. Vaping versus smoking.
Oh, yeah.
This is some research by some fucking assholes by Imperial Tobacco, but they've kind of done it. So what they've done is Imperial brand scientists have utilised Tox Tracker suite of stem cells based in vitro assays. So again, we're testing things on cells, but they've published their results to be peer reviewed, and the results have been peer reviewed and published in the Journal of Mutagenesis, and showed that under the conditions of the test, undiluted vape e-liquids and their aerosols extract exhibited entirely absent or vastly reduced indications of DNA damage potential in the cells compared to the smoke from combustible cigarettes. Overall, the data from our latest study adds to the weight of scientific evidence demonstrating vape products offer significant harm reduction potential compared to combustible cigarettes. And I just thought it was quite interesting. It's been so long since that fucking flawed study came out, and everything was flawed. The apparatus was flawed. The cells, how they were being held, was completely flawed. And the US government still use it. Whenever you see the vaping, whenever you see how much less or more damage it does, that is the results from the Harvard testing. So it was wholly flawed. And now I'm starting to push back on, which is this. I quite like that as news. Cheech. That was that. Now we've got the Bangkok Post. Bangkok Post.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a few attempts in the last few years since vaping was banned nationwide in Thailand to bring vaping back to the masses. And this is the latest unsuccessful attempt to bring vaping back to the masses. But it does just prove that it's still alive and kicking. And they used Britain.
So is smoking banned?
Not smoking, vaping.
But not smoking?
No. So...
whatever reason they had, I'm sure nothing's changed in a way for them.
With tax.
No, but that's... but that hasn't changed, has it? They still make tax off cigarettes, don't they?
But that's what they actually went with, which was the raw truth. But they used the UK as an example. And dismissed France and Germany for other reasons. But I'll tell you this.
So have they thought about adding tax to vaping?
No.
Because once you admit it's because of tax that you don't want vaping.
Yes.
Other than as opposed to a health thing, then all you need to do is tax vaping and you're back in the game. They haven't admitted
that. They've said that it's potentially as dangerous and nobody knows the long-term effects. But anyway, that's bollocks. So that he went with this. They went with talking about. But they used Britain as an example, which is quite good. Anti-smoking advocates on Wednesday shrugged off a call by pro-vaping group for e-cigarettes to be provided by the state as an option for smoking cessation treatment as being offered in Britain. They say Thailand will first have to achieve a good standard of tobacco use control that is of a similar standard to Britain. Britain was given a full score out of 10, whereas Thailand only received 5 for its achievements in tobacco control policy. Which I thought was quite interesting. But where the comparisons get good, among the key indicators which Thailand failed were those involving tobacco taxation and tobacco prices, she said, adding that tobacco taxation wasn't adjusted in line with the changes in income, making cigarettes relatively cheap. She continued, Britain raises its tobacco prices 2% every year, a rate higher than its inflation, and it taxes all types of tobacco at equal rates to prevent smokers from switching to cheaper products. Thailand, on the other hand, still lacks effective measures to deal with illegal cigarettes. This is where it gets interesting, because it then moves to Europe. France and Italy were examples of countries where smoking rates were falling slowly, even slower than in Thailand, because they had legalized electronic cigarettes but were still lacking effective tobacco control measures, said Prakit Togkit. That's what I'm going to go with.
Spot on.
But I thought it was really interesting to say you need to do both. So you need to increase the price of tobacco relative to inflation, or higher than inflation, and introduce vaping, because otherwise you don't get the effective. Then otherwise vaping isn't effective. It doesn't.
You need to give people a little incentive, yeah,
to stop.
There is often a trigger for like, apparently the vaping goes in waves of interest with the general populace, and it's usually on the trigger of a budget change, or a handful of news articles, or an article in a certain popular show, like the One Show or something like that. You know,
what did Midget Von Chancellor do with cigarettes? He left alcohol alone, didn't he, in the last wank fest of a budget? Did he touch tobacco?
I don't know. That used to be all.
We'd know if you smoked. You'd know, wouldn't you?
That used to be all the news articles were for the budget. It used to just be what's alcohol now, what's cigarettes now. That used to be all that was put out in the news.
The key was, because the budget was wholly pointless, there was no real key points to it, so he just left it. Nobody knows anything. Clever.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they'd put it up. It's pretty high.
We would tax Amazon more, but they would leave. No, they wouldn't.
They didn't put petrol up.
No. And they left capital gains, even though an independent report told them to double it. Quite a few things they left alone. I didn't know if anybody was going to come up in chat and tell us what the cigarettes went up, but they didn't, so that's fine. That's Thailand. Anyway, they said no. They said, we like cigarettes, we like smoking. The Vaping Post was like a plethora of shit this week. Sorry if anybody enjoys the Vaping Post. And I managed to pull one article, which was European experts discuss the relative benefits of e-cigarettes. I don't know how this is in the Vaping Post. With it doesn't come across well, but it's fine. Because this is the postponed 2020 e-cigarette summit, European e-cigarette summit, being rejigged in 2021. This year, a number of e-cigarette summits were held virtually due to the current COVID-19 restrictions. One such event was the Burning Issues, the global state of tobacco and harm reduction, which we've spoken about on the show before. They started talking about stuff. He spoke of chemicals. This was Alan R. Boobis. That's his real name. You could pronounce it Boobies if you fancy it. He spoke of the chemicals found in e-cigarettes, such as propylene glycol or vegetable glycerin, pointing out that they are relatively non-toxic at levels absent when inhaled over the short to medium term. Most importantly, he added, the risk from these compounds is minimal when compared to the risks of toxins found in combustible cigarettes.
So far, so good.
Yeah, everything was kind of fine. There was nothing. They kind of talked about flavours. The most toxic chemicals found in conventional cigarettes are not present. This was just to give it some relativity, or at present at much lower levels than cigarettes. With regard to e-cigarettes, with regards to flavour, Boobis said that most of the flavours used are the same as the ones used in food and conventional cigarettes. Once in the body, the effects will be the same. Concentration for concentration as when ingested orally. So what they're saying is, if it's safe to swallow, it's safe to inhale. But that is dubious. But it would have a similar effect. Because you're still absorbing it. I suppose that's dodgy with certain things, especially oils.
I like boobies. Do you like boobies, John?
I like boobies.
Yeah.
He added that the level of toxicity does not depend solely on the type of compounds that are also in the same. Also on solely on the type of compounds, but also on the amount consumed. So, yeah, if you're going through a litre a day, it's not going to be the same. He added that studies have indicated the risk posed by e-cigarettes is significantly less than the one posed by cigarettes. Any risk reduction will vary with the effect of concern. The most toxic chemicals found with conventional cigarettes are either not present or are present in much lower chemicals. So, yeah. But the other thing is, more importantly, they did reaffirm that vaping is not a gateway to smoking. He said, this was Dr. Ray Niara, said that the ecological trends in the e-cigarette use and smoking prevalence in the youth across time have failed to prove that vaping leads to smoking. He added that, on the contrary, data indicates that vaping is reducing smoking across the globe. So I thought it was quite good.
Yes.
We always knew the gateway theme was fucked, and
I wonder how many vapors there are worldwide. Because you only ever hear the UK number, which is wrong. So.
Yeah, that's good. And incorrect. Boobies, where'd they go with Boobies puns? Boobies milked his contribution to this article.
Chat's kind of working on two different levels at the moment, with booby puns and talk of suicide.
That's good. John Connor, I know somebody went back to smoking after trying vaping, but I could never do that. Yeah, I agree. But it becomes... Richard Jackson's Boobist words are utterly ridiculous.
He's accused Boobis of milking his contribution.
Yes, he has. John Collins said that when he said he went back to smoking after trying vaping, but I could never do that. I love vaping. I totally agree. Sometimes it's just an economical... Sometimes it's just you're fucked and somebody buys a pack of cigarettes because they can't... You have to prepare. We know that. As a vapor, you need to have a spare. That is key.
Yeah.
Because you're not nicotine, you are still nicotine dependent to a level.
We slag off pods and stuff. But
I'd buy one.
They fucking have a place. They have a place. And the place is all the fucking about we used to do 10 years ago.
Yep.
And like literally someone can just go, bomb, I'm away.
I got a battery. No, I didn't.
Do you remember? Did you go through clearomisers?
Yeah. I did, yeah. No, Viva Nova.
Did you do the washing, the wicks? Do you remember when they used to have long cotton wicks?
Yes.
You used to be able to just wash them.
Yeah, because they're made of silica.
Yeah.
I used to burn them as well. To clean them off, you could just get a blowtorch.
But that sort of, you can't you turn around to a smoke and go, oh yeah, what you do is you just spend a fucking hour washing a clearomiser, taking it to bits, and it's like it's just mad. It's just you can't.
I was using a Genesis when you used to be able to vape in pubs. I was using a Jenny in a pub, and it ran low. I'm not thinking like what it would look like. I pulled a syringe out of my bag and went, started sucking up some liquid. And I went, what the fuck are you doing? And I went, I'll just fill up the tank. And he went, who the fuck knows that? Don't do that. It's mental. I went, oh yeah. Give me a second. Before we had all the decent bottles, you couldn't use it. You couldn't use a dropper. It was impossible. So she used a fucking syringe.
And like Big D says, they're a lot cheaper than they used to be.
Oh, vaping? Fuck, it's... Well, the vaping thing I started with is now an eighth of the price it was, which is astonishing. Oh, this was quite good. This was in Health Day. It's a negative article, but let's look at the positives. Making e-cigarettes cool. Yep. Singers, models, and music videos getting teens vaping.
Yeah, it's funny because I always think there's not enough of this.
I do, actually. Whenever I see someone, I just post it.
I wish all the Hollywood A-listers that vaped were willing to admit it. Openly. Yeah.
What's his name? Vaped to the Oscars, didn't he?
Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Somebody named famous vapors in the...
Nicolas Cage is a huge vapor. The cool one from The Walking Dead is really big vapor.
Vic and Bob. What's his name?
The guys from the original Top Gear. Now the Grand Tour. They're all vapors.
What's his name? Vic and Bob. Vic
Reeves.
Vic Reeves. He's a vapor. There you go. I caught it on I was listening to a podcast. And I heard
Will Self. Will Self hangs out in a vape shop.
I'm not surprised. He's pretty fucking cool. He was a proper smoker back in the day, wasn't he?
Pipe smoker. Yeah, so but I just wish that because of the way Hollywood works, anything remotely controversial, they hide from the public.
Yes.
So they don't make a deal of it. Oh,
They've got some.
There
They've
was
named
that.
some.
There was that pretty lady from Knocked Up.
Yeah, Kate. I was thinking of her. Kate. Is it?
She took her.
No, Heidi. That's her name. Heidi something.
She took her Provari onto
She did.
the Letterman show.
Yeah, yeah. I
like
still remember the Provari. Yeah. She had a wicked modern as shit tank. I can't remember what.
But that's always the way.
I'm going to name a few more because they've got them written down. I don't know who the fuck they are because I'm not cool.
John Cusack, yep, he's done it in several films.
DJ Khaled. Oh, I just thought Johnny Depp's a bakery. He did it on a film as well. DJ Khaled, don't know who that is.
Katherine Heigl was the person we were reaching for.
That's good.
Well
Halsey.
done, Richard Jack.
Halsey, H-A-H-A-L-S-E.
Yeah, Halsey.
Halsey, he's a vapor. So DJ Khaled.
That's a lady, Halsey, I think.
Oh, is it? Sorry. I'm just trying to see if there's any more names in here. They're talking about glamour.
Have you not been listening to Radio 1?
Neo Garcia and Daryl, they both vape. I don't know who they are. No, I'm not very good at that.
Chatter on one tonight.
They really are. Go with each other. Vic Mullins.
Tom Hardy. Huge vapor.
Rosamond Pike. I don't know who that is.
Sammy the Bull. I don't know that.
Sammy the Bull. I don't know who any of these fucking people
are. But the point is, I think it just needs kind of normalising, as opposed to being. It doesn't need to be cool or glammed up or anything.
They've had lots of characters in thrillers vaped that I've seen as well on TV. Thrillers.
They are, yeah, but I don't love that either because they kind of do it just to create a little bit of kitschness, a little bit of separation for some sort of like it's a character trope. You know, I don't like that either.
But baddies always smoked. That was what made it cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tom Hardy. I don't know if Little Nicky was just telling us about Tom Hardy. I'm assuming he vapes.
He vapes, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
He's a proper he's proper hobbyist vape. He builds.
He's a build. That'd be pretty cool on set. Just do that. I need to find out who Rosamund Pike is. So I've never ever heard of her. I've got it. Oh, she's from World's End, so you definitely know her. She's the love interest in The World's End.
Right.
And she was in something recently. I can't remember what it was. Oh, she was in Gone Girl as well. And Jack, she was in loads of stuff. Turns out I don't know what the fuck I'm on about. Pride and Prejudice. She's in everything. Oh, Stuart Drummond's just said Gone Girl. See, you're slightly late because now it looks like
they were ahead, but the way technology works.
Yeah, we just look brilliant.
So anyway, returning to the article, it's slagging it off, is it?
Yes, it's not good.
If only they knew it was completely harmless.
They're saying making e-cigarettes cool, singers, models, and music videos get teens vaping. So it's basically they're saying that it's bad and it gets people vaping. Well, they're not fucking smoking, so shut up.
Yeah. I mean, you've got rap videos with guns in. So
yeah.
If you take those out, we'll
and
talk.
That one about
talk.
that one about that soaking wet cat. Cats can't swim. Don't do that.
Yeah.
If you've got a soaking wet pussy, just put it somewhere warm, blankets, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Well, if we get to a point where all of these sort of people don't do anything controversial or dangerous, then let's take vaping out of the equation as well. Yeah. Until then, get fucked.
It does seem fucking ludicrous.
I think So I'm not against the notion that it shouldn't be glamorized because we don't want kids addicted to nicotine, I suppose.
Nicky liked the cat joke. All right, I'm just telling you, it's a funny fucking joke. It was worth.
I know. Yeah, it was great. Yes, so that's the thing. Speaking this Is that all the news?
Yes.
That leads on perfectly to my little thing as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because it is kind of the exact same thing. For those who don't know or haven't noticed, the American government have commissioned Marvel, the comic book people, Spider-Man, Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel, the Avengers, Iron Man,
Marvel. Yes.
Thor, those guys, Hulk, they've commissioned those guys to create an anti-vaping comic book. This sounds mad, but it's actually been going on for decades. There was anti-smoking Marvel comics,
but there was pro-smoking comics as well.
Drinking ones.
Yeah.
This is a thing that happens. And Marvel
How
love money,
that?
so
How the fuck would that? That'd never happen in the UK. You'd be saying so much shit for that.
for wasting public money on a multi-billion-pound comic book company.
Well, they've proven time and time again that no smoking signs actually cause people to smoke. It's a known thing.
It didn't work when they did it in the 60s, 70s, or 80s. Oh, they're giving it a go now though. So Marvel have Mind Control Menace. Oh, you won't be able to see the picture, John, but there's a picture of the comic book Mind Control Menace. They're calling it by Marvel. There's a mysterious thing that people are doing in the town, and it's just causing people to be odd. And it's quite, people aren't sure what's going on.
Oh, I can see it.
I'll just show the actual. That's the front cover. Yes,
it's like me on the front cover.
One of the main symptoms. The central character is called Todd. Actually, it's a nice little touch. One of the main symptoms of vaping, according to Marvel, is green eyes. Green eyes
can take control of you.
Yes.
And no irises or pupils.
It really fucks you up.
Corneas gone.
If you believe these guys, it really fucks you up.
What are they going to kind of come up with though as the symptom of being a vapor? Like, it's ridiculous. Nothing. Oh, he's got slightly elevated heart rate. Oh fuck.
What's incredible is when they did it for smoking, it was things like could cause death, will cause death, Nan's dead. It was all that kind of stuff. With this, they kind of insinuate it can cause you to be a little distracted.
Fancy.
Everyone in the town seems a little distracted.
It's a little on edge.
I'm not sure if it's kind of one of these sort of marking time things where like people will talk about this comic book in 30 years' time, and but I think it won't seem any less mad then. Like it's like the idea of looking at a comic like this in 30 years would be to go, look how mad this was. It can't be madder now. Like
he said, that looks like Friday night at Vape Fest. I agree. Saturday night when everyone's like, can't wait, I'm just gonna fuck off. Second I've had a pie or whatever, I'm going, mate. Oh no, I'm done. I'll be sick.
It's incredibly ham-fisted. I'm not going to go through all the images of it, but there's a bit where a couple of basketball players are in a locker room, and one of them goes off for a crafty vape, and his friend's concerned that it's going to cause him to lose the next match.
Yeah.
And Todd, who started vaping, despite being on the basketball team,
what a cunt.
He's like, get away, leave me to it, such and such. Caleb, I think, leave me to it, Caleb. Now I vape, I'm an asshole. It's like, so that's insinuated that's one of the symptoms as well. It turns you into a bit of a knob. Because obviously, Todd was great, Todd was lovely, but then suddenly got into this thing.
But Richard's got a point. If they've got ADHD, nicotine could help them focus. So one kid in class who's a bit of a shit is now doing really well. Yeah, well, a lot of top sports teams load up on caffeine and nicotine before playing. Yeah. Nicotine's a stimulant for the mind, and caffeine's a stimulant for the body.
and they're
There was
not.
quite
I'm not on the
good-
banned list.
Who was it? Johan said, "Is there a character called Super Bloke?" He'd heard that Super Bloke had got dry knuckles too.
That's the sort of shit they could go after, but like this, I don't know. I don't know. It can't be mad. Like we can't even poke fun at this because it's already too mad.
Yeah,
It's too obscure. It's an incredible waste of taxpayers' money.
I was talking about
And I can't wait as it unfolds. I think there's 7 episodes or something. I think the first 2 are publicly out now. I can't wait to see what they actually state more than distracted as a symptom.
I know what I was thinking of. Charlie Brooker. You remind me of that with when he used to do Screen Wipe, and he said, I had to stop doing it. And they said, why? And he went, because I couldn't make up the bullshit that's currently on the telly. It's not funny. Like, They're like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I think it was when they got to Hole in the Wall. He was like, yeah, nah, done. Fucking, there's nothing. I can't think of anything stupider than this shit.
Yeah, have you seen that new one on BBC?
Hang on, Ariel.
I Can Hear Your Voice.
No, what's that?
Have you seen The Voice?
You've talked about it. That's
Where
all I know.
they're on a spinny chair. So
that
they
one,
can't
sorry.
see them, but they can hear them.
Yes, yeah. I've seen.
And if they like
clip, I've
what
never
they
seen it.
hear, they spin around.
Yes.
It's the opposite. They can see them, but they can't hear them.
What? How does that even make any
They have
sense?
to guess if they can sing, based on what they look like.
That's really stupid. I mean, I don't watch any of this shit. I just think it pollutes your fucking mind. If you can watch it ironically, fine, but I don't get it.
So that's the thing. It's kind of like, I don't know, BBC trying to do a Masked Singer, I guess.
You watch that Masked Singer? don't you?
Masked Singer's
I just don't-
amazing.
I just don't get. It's the opposite. I
couldn't watch it sober.
Me geocaching is you watching that shit. Like, when you said to me Masked Singer, I was like, what?
Yeah, it's
the fuck?
really good, Masked Singer.
No, I don't even get it.
Who's behind the mask? We don't
When
know
you went,
yet.
oh my god, it's Chris Waddle. I was like, who cares?
It was Glenn Hoddle, but a lot of
Glenn
people
Hoddle,
did
sorry.
think it was Chris Waddle.
I did that. It do sound similar to me. No, I don't get those. I don't get reality TV. Like, especially the beginning rounds is just fucking P.T. Barnum. They go, no, yeah, she's mental. Drag her out. Get her to sing. Can she sing? No, it sounds like she's fucking mental.
Oh, because Steve says there's a DC Comics equivalent, Nick O'Teen, but he might be joking.
I could be kidding. Yeah.
But that's what's mad. We can't tell if he's joking or not.
Frankenmeister says this is why I stopped watching TV. I agree. I'm not. No Ariel. Fuck it. I don't get it at all. Masked Singer is
Masked Singer's
crack.
not getting a lot of love in chat.
No,
but
it is. John Cullen. He's just popped in for you. It's crack.
he says it's cack.
Oh, cack. Sorry, I thought you said crack. I thought he was up for
Very
it.
different.
Masked Singer, terrible telly, says little Nicky.
The irony is that they're just sat watching us too. So I don't know. It's hard to say. But,
Yeah, your taste is shit. Look at what you're doing. Is that fine?
yeah.
Shh, be quiet.
The point is that that's fucking mental that they're doing that, and I just don't know who it's going to reach. I don't know who it's going to reach. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. It's not going to work because it's never worked before, and it won't work this time. But it's fucking mad. Just remember the day Marvel made a comic about people being slightly distracted. It's not exactly an Avengers level event, you know.
I don't know. I haven't seen that either.
Yeah,
I'm such an old man. I just don't care about this shit. It's on the telly.
yeah, but they're giving vaping a bad name, John.
Oh, that shit. No, I agree. No. I just meant the Marvel. I don't care about.
And as some people pointed out in chat, Marvel is owned by Disney now, so it's kind of
Is it really?
Yes, it's kind of more Disney's fault, really.
Are they doing one on what's it called? Anti-Semitism and child abuse? Or are they saving that one for later?
Anti-Semitism, man.
Anti-Semitism, man, and whoa, the child beating freak. That'd be quite good as well.
No, they're okay with that. Until the government wants a comic book about it, then all's good.
Shoot it. If you're American, just shoot it.
Anyway, so that's that. Do you want to do some new stuff, or do you just want to...
Yeah, go for it. Let's hear some new stuff.
Where's
I've
Mick?
got it. I've got you open here.
Where's Mick?
Where's Mick? He's gone wild, isn't he? Oh fuck! I've had it on top chat the whole fucking time.
A West Brom playing tonight. Anyway, so do you want news? Did you say you want new stuff?
Yeah, go for it. I've got you playing on the thing on the old screen.
Like I said, there's actually some quite good new stuff. I was more selective this week.
I was wondering if I could do the full Gabrielle now. Nearly.
What? I can't see. Can I? Because I've pulled this.
No, fuck you.
Oh,
I was
that's
covering one eye.
Yeah.
Gabrielle.
What about Gabrielle? So the first one that we're looking at today is a brand.
It looks like a penguin.
Panda. They're calling it.
Oh, so much.
Yes, it's the Panda colorway. I think it's the Xenon mod or Xeno mod or something. But this is their new Aspire mod. They've done quite a good job in terms of this. Can you see it?
Yeah.
They've done quite a good job of the screen. Usually when they start curving up and styling up, you end up with a tiny screen. But it's a nice big screen on it.
It is. Is that another one of these disposable tank jobs that come with it?
It looks like a normal tank.
Does it? It look like a disposable tank to me.
No, because it looks like it looks like it's got a 510 to me.
It
is. If it hasn't got a 510, I'll be disappointed. But it looks like a normal. I think, and they're a normal. You don't have to have black and white. There's normal colours available. I think it's quite nice. Your finger will naturally find that button on that groove.
Bob Clark struggling to spell Jeremy Corbyn, or wondering what anti-Semitism means.
Well, I think he makes an excellent
Not
point
him.
So yeah, I think that's quite nice. When Asmodeus actually get round to releasing something of their own, because they're much more a distro now. But when they do put their name on something, it tends to be okay. I think that looks all right. So
I don't hate it.
Yeah, and I think you would like it in the normal colours. So that is that. This one we may have given a little peek at before, but they're doing proper release pictures and stuff now. BP Mods we're big fans of on the show. They're doing DNA 60 Lado mod, but it's kind of the upgrade regulated version of the Bushido one. Do you remember I had that ClickFet one, and it had like a big top and a thin foot?
Yeah. Oh, we're back. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So I
don't hate that.
That's quite nifty. That's quite nifty.
See, the screen could have been bigger, couldn't it? They shouldn't have used the DNA 60 small screen. That's a mistake.
Why?
I don't like that.
It's kind of very BP though. That's what they do, isn't it?
I like the buttons.
They've got one
gorgeous.
foot in the higher end.
I like that. That button setup's great. I really like that.
It'd be super thumb friendly. That.
Yeah,
you can just do it with the knuckle of your thumb sort of thing.
The whole form is just fit your hand, thumb straight on the button. I like that. I have no problem with that.
It might be a bit top heavy.
But I don't know. Standing up will be a bastard. But
no more. Russ has corrected me. It was the hilt. It was the hilt mod that the one that I had before. And I think I'm right in saying it's going to be both 18350 and 18650. So
it's very Loch Nessy, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
But it's nice. I think that's what Stuart's typing out. But that's theirs anyway, isn't it?
BP. I see VP on the money.
But they got it. I remember when the Loch Ness came out. It was so fucking popular and expensive.
And then they did the cheap one.
Yeah.
They're still knocking out these mixers. They've got a frosted Ultim mix on the way.
What? A frosted Ultim? No, that is bad. That is shit. Don't release that.
Too late.
That's fucking horrible. I bet that's not Ultim either. Unless
it never is though.
No, it's just fucking yellow plastic. Why would you even need an Ultim mod? It doesn't make any sense.
I tell you what, if you own two savers, you could take the yellow tank from the black one, put it on the stainless steel one,
I tell you what,
And you'd have a matchy setup there, my
drop
friend.
that day one and crack that plastic on the top.
Nightmare.
Absolutely guaranteed. It's not even a nice piss colour, that. Even though, you know, it was pissy. That's too orange.
Each their own. Someone will want that.
Johan went with next. We just got...
Next one. The next one is our very own Mark Todd. MT Essentials, back at it, makers of the Ha. They've begun
they got another one.
Begun teasing. They've begun teasing their next release. I mean, Mark bought an Audi TT with the last one, so I don't know what he's going to get this time. A Range Rover or a mansion or a swimming pool or something with this one. But this is the Ha Bridge, I believe.
The Ha Bridge.
They've begun teasing.
For a bridge? For what?
For the billet box.
Billet box. Okay.
And the rumours are it's going to be mouth to lung friendly.
Oh.
I don't know much about it. This picture is all I know about it. I know I've known for a long time they were working on it, but there's nothing. I don't know anything other than what's in this picture. I think it's going to be called the Ha Bridge.
Oh, Ha Bridge, fair enough.
Sounds
a good place, doesn't it? Up north. Have you been to Harbridge? No, not recent.
It's kind of a photographic cliche, isn't it? The bridge with the clouds. Because the Ha means clouds. Ha's a word for clouds, isn't it? And bridge.
Cloud bridge. Okay, I didn't know that's what Ha
Mm.
meant.
Either way, it's going to be another bridge for your billet box. So that'll be interesting. That'll be exciting. It's not. Unfortunately for me, it's not going to work in this, so I'll be out in the cold again. But
you can have a lend of a billet box. I'll enjoy.
No, right. So there we go. So that's that. The Ha Bridge. Obviously, join the M.T Essentials group to stay on top of this stuff. We'll Mark and Van and Del collide. When they collide, it's always MT Essentials. So
Mark knows the billet box back to front, and it'll be perfect. That's the end of it.
It really will be exactly perfect for him. He's reviewed every bridge. So he knows what he's talking about when it comes to
Oh, absolutely.
billet bridges.
He's had the best one I've ever used. It's not a bridge, but neither's that. But it's the EVL. It's the Alien.
Yeah, I think it's got a little touch of that in it.
Well, that's fine. But that's what I mean. Mark was one of the alpha.
He's saying the names in the picture.
Yeah, well, I assume it was that.
Let's have a look. I can't see the name in it.
Why don't you just say it, Mark? Is it not? Didn't say. Was it say on it? Over it? This is like geocaching. You got to really concentrate.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called. I thought it was going to be called the Ha Bridge, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But that anyway. The point is, if you're interested in that, get in the MT Essentials group, where that's going to be all going down.
Fuck no.
Oh, the CEO Bridge, they're calling it.
Oh,
CEO
the
Bridge.
CEO, it's there.
Oh, I thought he was calling himself the Chief Executive Officer of MT Essentials.
It's confusing, son.
Anyway, the next thing I'm going to show is a picture from Mark, but of the Aspire Nico, their new tank, the new Aspire tank. I went on Aspire's Insta. They don't have a single picture of it.
People give it up on Instagram.
What? This is the Aspire Nico, and by all accounts, it's pretty good. And it's very nice looking, actually, I've got to say. It looks like a proper tank.
Oh. Is that it? One on top of the...
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Aspire Nico.
Yes. I saw it earlier. It's because he'd got it on top of the tippy mods, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So that's the thing. Vape have a new RDA coming out. The RAF. But it's
Don't pick on
spelled...
Mark's car in the fucking chat. Because if it makes his face all happy and smiley, it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with the TT. Yes, new RDA from Vape. This is the Wrath, but it's spelled RATH. It looks like a cloudy beast. It basically looks like a poor man's dead rabbit.
Is it? I don't think so.
What do you think? Well, it's a raised coil deck. They're using a clamp instead of screws. Beyond that, the airflow's the same as the rabbit. The coil position's the same.
I think it's better looking from the outside.
Okay, they put some grooves in it.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
It'll be for a dual coil cloudy beast. It'll be a solid vape, but it'll be a solid vape. I know it'll be a solid vape because it will vape exactly like the dead rabbit. I'm not saying it is in any way a copy. They've done their own thing clearly, but the coil position and airflow position are identical to a dead rabbit, so therefore it will vape just like a dead rabbit, which will be good. The clamps will be annoying. Is my other prediction.
Oh fuck! It's because you were behind on the pictures. It was a tank. I was looking at the tank, Richard.
The RAF. I didn't think you'd like the look of this. Although the black one's deceptively ugly.
As you say, it'll vape exactly like that. I wonder what they're vaping on the blue shit at the bottom. Fucking stop!
Oh, there's loads of juices like that.
Fucking Heisenberg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't vape shit with colours in it. It's not like that. It's grim.
UL have been up to their old tricks as well. The legend lives on, they've said. They're basically... Back when the Crown 4 came out, they brought out a mod as well. They called it the Checkmate mod.
Right.
And it was sort of a chess tie-in.
Right.
But this time round, they've dropped that pretense and they're just calling it the Crown 5 mod.
That's a good idea.
So there's a Crown 5 tank, and you can now get it as a kit with the Crown 5 mod. And it's just a big.
You can't start getting really desperate if you start going down like the chess route, do you? This one's called the Queen. Very nice.
I think that's why it ended up being called Checkmate, because there aren't many of those sort of terms that haven't already been used. Like Castle's been used, Queen's been used, Bishop's been used.
Rook's been used as well.
I think it has, yeah.
5 pawns, obviously, famously.
Pawns. Yes. So the Crown 5 will be. The Crown 5 is a splendid sub tank.
The legend lives on. Yeah. Okay.
This is a regulator mod. I'm sure it will be adequate.
It's aimed at its audience perfectly, isn't it? That's the thing.
I think, and the nice thing is, there's loads of people that love the Crown tanks. I love the Crown tanks, and you may just want something.
Oh, there's fucking loads of them. Yeah.
You might just want something that's really matchy. So, literally a mod designed for it will
I just realised I'm going to get loads of fucking Airbnbers in over the summer, and people at the campsite. That's what I just realised.
That staycations may be popular.
No, I know that because I'm not paying for one because they're fucking mental. Do you know what? A weekend in Norfolk is the same as a flight to Thailand. Yeah, I'm not paying for the Norfolk thing. We're getting there.
So that's the new stuff. But everyone wants to know, John, have you been to a pub yet?
No. There isn't one in the village. So. Well, the village pub's not open until May
because of a lack of outdoor.
They didn't want to do it. They did it the first time, and they decided not to do it this time. They're not opening. So.
I've seen of places that don't have enough tables outside saying it's not viable.
It's fucking freezing, and they've got one covered area, and that's it. And the rest of it's all outside. It's got a big outside area, but you can't just stick a marquee up. It costs like $3,000 a day. So that's fair.
Yeah.
It is really fucking cold. Like I think they cancelled it last week. Last week here, at the weekend it was 2 degrees.
The beer gardens have been packed here.
Yeah, well,
because it's been sunny.
Yeah, and you've got more pubs than us up there. We haven't.
Oh yeah, there's a pub every 100 yards.
Yeah, we've got jobs and expensive housing, and you've got pubs. That makes sense. We don't have any pubs here.
So you've not gone to the pub yet. Have you made use of any of the lifted restrictions? Have you been to JD Sports?
I wouldn't go if it was in a normal time.
Have you been to Home Bargains? Oh no, that was open anyway. I'm just trying to. Have you taken advantage of any of the lifted restrictions?
No, it was only the 15th. The restrictions on. I wouldn't anyway. There's nothing I want to do.
You don't want to pop to Toys R Us?
I didn't. None of these things I did anyway, so it didn't matter. I was making a joke to my wife the other day because we live in the middle of fucking nowhere. And I've got one friend who's busy quite a lot of the time, who lives like 2 miles away.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going out with my mates at the weekend. We're going to party our asses off. It can't be busy. Well, I can't, but I was kidding.
So, but have you had people in your garden?
No.
Okay. This is a cul-de-sac of a
Yeah, I don't know
conversation.
anybody. The other thing is that
Have you had your vaccination?
I'm not that old. No, because you see what they did. The government they vaccinated everybody the wrong way around, and only now are people starting to realise it could be a problem. If you vaccinate a lot of people who never leave the house, that's not a great idea.
No, but safety first. They could die, couldn't they?
Well, it didn't make any difference because the other way was faster, but we'll work that one out later.
Yeah, but it's risk. It's potential risk to life, isn't it?
He got it wrong. It's the wrong way around. Anyway, it's.
Yeah, but they just didn't want anyone else to die. They just didn't want anyone else to die.
The other way was quicker, would have caused less deaths. It just doesn't make any difference.
Because you can get it off anything, you see. Because there's people that have isolated this entire window and have got COVID, you know. That's the problem.
Now, you know they haven't vaccinated the carers yet. Yeah.
They haven't vaccinated teachers.
No,
you know.
they were in the other model that they didn't want to do, the faster model that Sage wrote. They didn't want to do.
Horses for courses.
Have you taken advantage of the restrictions?
No, not yet. Like you say, it is only Thursday.
Yeah, we might. Our friend, I've got a mate who lives down the road, and last time he popped around for beers. But last time we got a real problem. The restrictions were slightly lifted, but with my darling wife, Mrs. John, had got COVID patients, and it's not responsible, regardless of what.
I know a restriction for you.
What?
The old barbers.
Oh, next Wednesday. Yeah.
Next Wednesday. Exciting.
Yeah.
You'll be in there.
Booked?
You'll be in there an hour.
Are you booked?
No,
I've warned him.
Right. I'm good.
I've warned him.
You could do until then. You could do the Alice band.
Do you know what? I nearly did when I got out of the bath last night.
I think you'd look good.
I thought I could do something.
Yeah, you'd look like a footballer.
To get rid of this fucking hair. But this is with products in. Without products, it's like massive fluffy bullshit. Who in the chat has been down the pub? Tell us who's been down the pub. I'm fed up of my mates sending me messages of them down the pub. I don't care. I didn't care before COVID. I don't care now. Stop sending me pictures of you cold as shit in a pub with a Prosecco going, we're loving it. You're not. It's fucking freezing.
I think
definitely.
My wife was invited tonight, but she didn't go.
Haven't they got? Are they doing? Because I've seen Witherspoons are doing food. Food. They've been doing it. They're doing it, aren't they? You can eat outside, can't you?
You can eat outside, yeah, if you want.
I thought. I mean, at a pub. I didn't mean me.
Yeah, you can eat outside at a pub if you want.
Pasty
You can do whatever you want outside at a pub. In groups of 6.
Oh, Zero Font's come up with a thing 2 days ago. The National Office of Statistics said it was 23%, by the way, not 25, of COVID deaths were actually the disease as the result of it. Lockdowns were based on that. It's not actually true, by the way. What you're doing is you're reading the statistics completely wrong. But that's good anyway. That's the problem, isn't it?
That's
you
the
give
problem
somebody
with statistics.
Your problem is with statistics.
Getting your news off social media.
Fucking is, because nobody ever said that.
Yes, so that's an actual thing. Well, the end's in sight, do you reckon? Do you think we'll be wave 3 protected? Do you think wave 3 will wash over us without deaths?
They've just shut 2 wards at Ipswich Hospital. But, yeah.
So do you think we'll be back lockdown?
I don't know what the fuck's going to happen because that doesn't matter. I can legally say that. But when Mrs. John got back from work today, she said, they've just shut 2 wards at Ipswich. Something to do with somebody from London. And anyway, yeah, so that's already escaped. So, yeah, they've shut down the wards locally. And the problem that becomes then is whether it gets transferred into my wife's hospital. But then you kind of know what's going on. I don't know. They reckon there's been a...
Do you think there will be another lockdown in this country this year.
No, I don't. I think even if there's people dying on the streets, they won't lock down.
Right. So we'll go full Brazil.
Yeah, he's never going to do it now. I think he's done.
Interesting.
The man's a knob. Do you think there's going to be a third wave? Another wave?
I understand the plan. The plan of if enough people are jabbed up.
Absolutely get that.
If enough people are jabbed up, the wave will happen, the infection rate will rise, but the hospital admissions won't. That's the plan, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll work.
It's the exponential maths problem, which is the problem before. Don't forget, we're missing 2 million patients between. 2 million members of the public between 70, and 100, or dead.
Yeah.
That they got missed in the first lot. The problem is always they don't ever seem to understand exponential maths. With the best example is the folding pieces of paper. How many times you fold a piece of paper? Like if you folded a piece of paper 32 times, it'd reach to the moon and back. Is the problem with exponential maths? You can't. You only fold it 7 times.
My problem.
They don't understand it.
My worry is it's now agreed that in areas where the infection rate's very high, the chance of mutation's very high, and so this idea that even when the infection rate goes up again, which it will, that enough people will be vaccinated that hospital admissions won't go up.
As long as the vaccination works against the new strain.
But then, if it mutates within this country and spreads like wildfire, I don't know. Are we going to have to lock down just to avoid mutation? I don't know. And I don't, like you said, I'm sure they will do everything they can to not do that. I don't know. I just think if you contrast it to like Italy right now, it's incredible, really. I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, these really at the moment they lock down again.
Yeah, they've had to lock down. They're in the midst of a massive third wave.
Francomize is saying we're on wave 4 in the US. I think you're still on wave 1.
Yeah, you're on wave 1 in the US.
You're still on wave 1, so good news. It's not wave 4, it's just wave 1.
You'd be better looking at it in America as state by state if you actually do want to try it. Because your wave in America is kind of like this. If you state by state, you might be. Some states will. I think New York will be in a second wave.
Yeah, I just think it's so unpredictable. I remember I was talking to a genius the other week, and I said, anyone could see the second wave coming a mile off, November, December, and they said, yeah, but who did? And I went, me, Keir Starmer, Sage, everybody. And they went, oh, what did you use to work that out? It's a calculator app on my phone. You just keep pressing 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, and then you work it out. And I worked out by the 18th of December, there'd be 20,000 new infections a day. There was 24. But I mean, that's pretty close. I'm all right with that. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
In the US, Pfizer announced today the annual vaccinations against COVID will be required. Yeah, I think everybody knew that.
Yes,
sadly.
Yeah, that's well known.
What happened to the winter flu outbreak? Said Bob Clark. Everyone was wearing a mask and they were still in their fucking house. It's called science. It's amazing.
The trouble with they're actually worried about that now.
Yeah, but they actually
because there's a potential lack of protection from respiratory flu in general now.
They said somebody saw a brilliant thing the other week, and it said, if masks are so good, why doesn't the what's it called, Health England? Why don't they recommend masks during flu season? They do, and have done for about 10 years. So, no, that's not right. No one caught the flu, so there's no one out. That's how no one caught the flu.
They've always recommended washing your hands as well.
Yeah, totally true.
So
that's how big it happens, though. Look, Bob said that. Johan's in. True that, Bob. Totally true. Not of any fucking value, but absolutely true.
It's I agree. We're both in the same thing. It's a bit of a quandary. luckily not our job.
I don't want to get moody. Anyway, but that's fine. We're nearly the end of it, and it's going to end on... Oh, I don't know if it's going to end on the 21st of June, but might do. I just want to go. Are you going on holiday in the UK?
Kind of.
Are you going to go stay with some people you know or relatives? You can stay in here. We're changing this to a holiday cabin. We are changing
We've got
it.
access to a cottage
Nice.
in Whitby at the end of August.
That's good. We are for friends, because it's so expensive this year for everybody. We're changing this into a holiday cabin.
Where's Shelley going to put her tat?
Oh, it's all going. It is going. Because it's only we keep forgetting because it's only April. Anyway, by July, I've got a new panel heater down by my feet here that's going on this wall. I've got another panel heater that's going down on that wall, and we're turning it into a holiday thing. So if say friends want to come and stay, to save people money, because they are asking for a nice cottage. They're asking like £200 a night.
Yeah.
And that's just madness. It's really good.
The whole profiteering out of because they literally did say they would
misery.
be clamping on profiteering.
Yeah, not doing it at all. Don't give a shit. It's funny, isn't it? You go to the barber's, same price. Every other cunt, triple. Like if you've got there's a place down the road that's got a shepherd's hut. When I say, if you don't know what a shepherd's hut is, it's like a box on wheels. It's like £200 a night, and you got to piss in a bucket. I'm good. Silly aside, the biggest crowd I've been in all through lockdown.
Frank Mize points out that he's listed the waves.
Sorry, we were just being
being facetious.
Yeah, sorry, Frank
Mize. The point we were being facetious about is your infection.
Mum and dad.
Yeah, I appreciate that. What we're being facetious about is that your infection rates never dropped a lot to create that beautiful wave effect. Obviously that you are having waves, but the problem with America, it's so damn big.
Yes,
it's kind of. I'm sure that in the statistics in America are more state by state. Like New York wave 1 was insane, but then everyone left New York because a lot of people have access to other places. So yeah, we were messing about.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
That's COVID. That's COVID update. It's very difficult, isn't it? It's very difficult to know what's gonna happen next. Really, we're definitely on a trajectory to unlocking, aren't we? But
absolutely.
But the infection rate is already begun, hasn't it?
We've been warned it's going up.
So I don't know. But I don't know what their response to that will be, because the vaccine rollout's going so well.
Yeah, my Mrs. Johns she's had the double. She was in the first wave of vaccines, so it's quite handy. I don't even get mine before you because I'm 39, so I just fall into the shitty category of 35 and up, which is just con.
I don't know if we'll get ours.
They're 45 and up at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
They will. They've got to do it because they're transferring it round. That was the key to the other vaccine model, which was to get rid of the.
Yeah, but now they're predominantly on the second jabs, aren't they? There's more second jabs per day than first jabs.
They're only counting them as jabs now, don't
they? But either way, they're doing a lot of second jabs now, aren't they?
A lot of people are not turning up locally if it's the AstraZeneca, because.
That was inevitable with the press that it's had.
Yeah, but they're not telling people what one they're getting, and then whoever's going in first is putting it on Facebook, and then everyone else isn't turning up.
Yeah.
But you don't get a second call. That's it. If you don't turn up for your AstraZeneca, you don't get another one. They don't go, oh, what's he like? That's it. You finished.
Yep. So that's COVID.
They're chasing little Nicky now at 49. Get it done. That's what I mean.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna get it done.
Get a third one like my mum's friend.
My mum said, I think she had both. No, I think she had one. She's coming up for a second. My stepdad's had both.
Any Jan news?
Jan news. I tell you, MoMA went absolutely batshit nuts.
It's crazy.
If you haven't tried MoMA, do. It's mango, orange, melon, apple, and it's gone absolutely insane. That was what was in the other pod system I had. Made by
Hangson.
I nearly said it then because you said it. I nearly repeated what you were going to say. It's made by the makers of Cannoli B1, who is. You've done me now because you said the fucking stupid thing. You fucking dick.
Does it say on it? Can I help you?
Casadega.
Casadega.
Liquids. The makers of Cannoli B1 and all the cannolis have got that and a new tobacco. We restocked it last week and it went absolutely mad.
And you've still got Graham in, which is even better than that.
Okay, that's been that. I think that came back at about the same time as crack, and people kind of forgot. But Cannoli Graham's absolutely amazing. There's like 500 bottles at work.
Graham is outstandingly good.
Bob Clark's getting his second on Saturday. Good man.
Second on Saturday, straight down the pub.
Mrs. Bob, she got hers.
Straight down the pub, straight into the play gym.
That's it. You got it. Got it. Hang Sen, still laughing at you, fuckers. Fucking prick.
It could be for all we know.
We should be getting more crack soon as well, because that was insane. What else have I got? I'm testing a liquid at the moment, but I can't really talk about it. That's out in the UK for the new. You
should sell ones that you don't have exclusivity of. Just like the good ones, just the good ones.
We sell.
Just so it's easier for me.
What do you mean?
Because I have to buy juice from multiple sources because you don't have certain ones.
It's whether it exists as a concentrate. Lots of people don't actually own the rights to their own flavours, so you're kind of fucked. They use fulfillment companies. I do sell locally. I sell Red Astaire, like in the shop. I sell Red Astaire concentrate and MIP kits.
Yeah, stick that on the site.
Yeah, but you can get it. People can buy
but
it
you can get it. But while you're getting what you're getting, you might as well just get that as well.
Well, maybe. People like Red Astaire is just one of those things. There's a local carer actually who gets Red Astaire from me, and there's a chap lives around the corner who buys the concentrate from me.
Like if you sold cotton.
I do sell cotton.
No, but I mean it's the same concept, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose so. Yeah. And
it's just handier for me if I can just buy it all in one place. Why not?
We'll talk. Let me know.
You don't even have to do it. You don't have to do it as a kit. You could literally just do the little bottles, and you just stick them in the envelope. Bosh.
What do you mean? As in the 10 mils?
Yeah.
I'm not selling fucking 10 mils.
No, just as the concentrate in a little bottle.
I'll sell that. Yeah.
Don't offer it as a kit. Just offer it as a. I suppose it makes no odds to you, does it?
Don't make any difference at all.
Either way. I still think you could expand.
2 weeks after Bob Clark, Mrs. Bob is getting her. That's planning, though, Bob. Because if you both have it on the same day and you feel like shit, it's a really stupid idea. I like it. I don't think what I've got going on. We might be going to IKEA this week. No, we're not. We were thinking of it. We're not. We're going to do a click and collect.
It'll be rammed.
No, we're not going in. I'm not fucking mental. There was click and collect, but we don't have to now. So.
Get it delivered.
Do you know what?
I've got a set of drawers coming tomorrow from Nexter, not IKEA shit.
There's a £10 difference in the price of petrol between here and IKEA. Right. So we're gonna have to drive to fucking IKEA. I did put that point.
Just fill up before you go.
What does that mean? No,
don't buy it there if it's dearer.
It's cheaper.
Oh, you're gonna fill it when you get there.
I can't remember what the fuck it is. I can't remember what the fuck we're meant to be getting. I put in a unit recently. Well, I didn't. Mrs. John did, and then I cut the top off. It's wonderful.
We're literally just talking shit now. Let's wrap it up. Thanks very much for watching. Remember, stay tuned to the channel because I still have 2 more videos to do before officially hanging up the gloves. I've got to do the Abyss, and I'm going to do a special video showing off all of Rick's stuff as well.
And if you want to try some funky new liquids, go over to www.justadnick.org.uk. That's alright. Justadnick.org.uk. So
keep it locked up this end of the dial and then at the end of after I've done those 2 videos, I'm going to do a video just saying bye. But then you'll still be able to see me every Thursday here anyway. So it's kind of an empty bye in a way. So that's all good. Thank you for watching. Smash that like button. and we'll see you next week with a guest.
Short hair as well.
Short hair and a guest. Bye.
Bye.